Day 23 of 100 Days of Code as I'm learning the Python programming language. Again, this video is to track my progress and to hold myself accountable as I'm learning. Today I spent more time focusing on dictionaries. Python actually has a number of built-in functions that you can use to invoke on your dictionary. So I worked through some of those, and this video will demonstrate just a few of those functions that I use to invoke on my dictionary. I'll start by jumping over to day 23 and copying this dictionary that I created. We're going to use this as a basis to invoke our functions. I'll start off with the keys function. If you want to pull out just the keys of a dictionary, and this dictionary, as I mentioned yesterday, it's for detections and it indicates a few different types of detections. And on these given days, these are the number of detections. I am going to indicate the name of the dictionary, and then I'll add .key with open and close parentheses, and this will invoke that function, but I also need to wrap it in a print function to print it to the console. Oh, and we need to make sure it says keys because it's showing me that key has no attribute. So when I invoke the keys function, you can see that it lists out just our keys. I could do the same with values, and this lists out just our values. Let's say I wanted to list out the key pair, the key value pair as a tuple. Then I would use the items function, and this will enclose each key pair in parentheses separated by a comma. We have our key here, and we have our value here. Now let's say that I wanted to sort this. I would use the sorted function, indicate the dictionary name, and then I would wrap this in the print function. Or I can just add another line of code that says print detections. When I run this, you can see that it's sorted our keys in alphabetical order. Actually, if I wanted to reverse this, I can use the keyword reverse and set it equal to true. And you can see that it reverses that order. Now, if I wanted to make a copy of this, I would actually need to go ahead and import the copy module. And let's say I want my new detection name just to be new detections. Set it equal to detections, use the .copy to invoke it, and then I would need to print it just to make sure that new detections actually did copy. And when I run this, you can see that new detections is the same as our detection, the older one. You can also go about what is called popping an item. So what it does is it removes the key value pair. So let's say that I wanted to pop C2. So I would put C2 here, then I would need to print the new detections dictionary. And when I run it, you can see it lists beacon, jumps to login failure, and then exploit attempts, but the C2 key value pair is missing. If I wanted to go about clearing, and you can see that when I attach .clear, the clear function actually clears. And the last one that I'm going to do is how to go about deleting a dictionary. We would actually use del for delete, indicate the dictionary name, and then I could print the dictionary name afterwards. When I run this, you can see that it returns a name error. And this is because it's saying that the name detections is not defined. That function can no longer find the detections dictionary, and that's because it has been deleted. So you'll get an error. Those are a few functions that you can use to invoke on dictionaries, and hopefully that's helpful to someone else.